Good afternoon, Fit Fam. This is Stefan, and today's video, I'll be talking about why time does not equal progress. Now, I am making this video in response to a comment that was made in a previous video from one of my subscribers. And what he prefaced was, and what he gave me was a quick overview of his training program and how many hours he spent in the gym daily. Now, pretty much he goes to the gym about 6 days a week, and his training program encompasses really a lot of bodybuilding workouts, and the amount of time he was in the gym was 2.5 hours daily. And he asked me, can I give him some scientific and medical advice to help him with his training program so that he can see more progress while he's in the gym. And so really, in today's video, the first thing in order to really realize and helping you get further down the pathway towards whatever goal you're trying to achieve is just because you're spending a lot of time in a specific place does not mean you're making progress towards your goal. Now, in terms of bodybuilding and sparking hypertrophy, there are a lot of scientific articles and a lot of videos from other people really going into the minute detail of the science behind hypertrophy and how to spark the enlargement of the muscle cells. And there are different types of hypertrophy, but a lot of times what young or new people in fitness tend to do is they tend to believe that if I spend a lot of time in a particular place that I am seeing progress. And so there's a video from Jeff Nippert where he talks about junk volume, where a lot of individuals will train for extended periods of time and do lots of reps, but these reps aren't causing hypertrophy. And so really, when you're looking to see progress, what the body is responding to is the body is responding to stress, load, frequency, and whatever stimulus which is being placed on the body. And so after a certain point, the body will adapt to the tension, the load, and the stimulus. So really, once your body has adapted, then you have to increase those things in order for your body to make further adaptations. And so if you're in the gym for an extended period of time, let's say you're in the gym for 3 hours, it's hard for you to place your body under high amounts of stress, load, and really frequency even for that period of time. A lot of times what really ends up happening is if an individual is in the gym or in a training session for that amount of time, what's going on is there's a lot of breaks in between sets. There is a lot of time where they're doing a lot of junk volume. There isn't that time of that focused intent action, which will really help the body to respond the way you want it to. And so really, if you're doing a bodybuilding workout and you want to see like the max gains, it shouldn't be that long. Your training session should be no more than 45, maybe 60 minutes max. And that's with a very intricate warm-up as well. So if you're in the gym for anywhere more than an hour 15, then what you're doing is you're not really doing too much for your body, because after a certain point, the amount of load and the frequency that you're placing on the body is causing detriment, and it's not really benefiting you. Because what you don't want to have happen is you don't want the body to go into a state of shock to the point where it goes into a state of survival, and then what will happen is your body will not progress. What will happen is your body will shut down and your body will try to protect itself. And so I've made videos where when you place your body into a specific environment, your body will begin to adapt to that environment. But after a certain point, your body also has to protect itself. So if you're in the gym for hours and hours and hours and hours, I've seen individuals throughout my fitness journey and through coaching and training where they'll say, man, I've been there's a lady I'm training right now, and she'll spend 60, 75 minutes on the rower or on the treadmill, and she'll keep going. But what she really wants is she really wants six-pack abs. And she keeps telling me, man, I do all this cardio, I do all these other things, but I'm not seeing the progress. And what I tried to explain to her was, it's not that you're not putting in effort. What you're doing isn't causing the body to adapt the way you want it to. And so just because you're engaging in exercise for a extended period of time does not mean you're progressing in the right way. You might be walking down the path, but you're not walking down the right pathway towards getting yourself towards that goal. And so what you need to do is you need to figure out, okay, exactly what is my goal? And then walk backwards from whatever that goal is and come up with, okay, how can I spark the adaptation in as little time as possible? Because when you begin to extend the time, then what's happening is now you're causing the body not to really begin to adapt. What you're causing the body to do is you're causing the body to shut down over an extended period of time. Because now, after a certain point, you're going to cause the body to really go into itself. You're not gonna cause it to develop the way you want it to. And I'll say this, for example, me personally, for powerlifting, I made this video a long time ago where I explained was because my body is so small in frame, when I'm lifting heavy amounts of weight, I need to warm up as fast as possible so that I do not waste as much energy. And so when you wake up in the morning and when you go throughout the day, you have a certain amount of energy that you carry with you. And so when you enter that training session, you have a certain amount of energy built up in the body that can be exerted before you can't really do too much more. And so for me, I knew I need to get to my top set as fast as possible because my body isn't designed, nor do I have the energy level, because my frame is so small, my tissue is so small, I do not have the energy output to be lifting heavy amounts of weight for an extended period of time. So what I would do is I would get to my top set as fast as possible. So I would go plate, top set. I would get to my top set in probably 10 minutes, where other people would take them 20, 30 minutes. And so I was still able to get the same stimulus and even progress my deadlift and my squat and my bench press way further than other people, even though it took my training session half the time. So begin to realize it's not about the time it takes. It's about, okay, first realizing what is your goal, then realizing how does your unique body function operate, and then realizing what is your unique circumstance, and then take the science and use the science to your advantage. A lot of the scientific guidelines for fitness in terms of strength, endurance, causing hypertrophy, it's a sliding scale, and that sliding scale exists because every person's unique situation and their body is unique. And so you have to look at the scientific data and say, okay, based off of the scientific data, how does this relate to me? So for example, for causing hypertrophy, you can have, it says anywhere from 10 to 20 sets per body part per week, and then anywhere from 8 to 15 reps per set. And so what some people take this as is, okay, if I want to see the max hypertrophy gain, I need to do 20 sets per body part and then 15 reps. Well, that might not, for you, for your unique body, it might be more on the lower end. And for, some people, it might be more on the higher end. For example, the more your body adapts to hypertrophy, the more reps and the more sets you're going to have to do. And so understanding this will have you come in with a different mindset. And okay, instead of I'm going to go into the gym and, I'm going to be in there for 2.5 hours, or I'm just going to spend a lot of time in there and just, do as many exercises as possible and try to do this. No, you go in there with, okay, what do I need to do in order to get the outcome that I want in as little time as possible? Because that'll make your time in the gym way more efficient. So really, if you want to see and progress faster, increase your efficiency and not the time. When people begin to master certain things, it's 10,000, scientifically and through other things, it says it's 10,000 hours of focused attention, not just 10,000 hours. So you want to increase the time that your focus and your intent, not just you being there. Now, you being in the environment, you might see other adaptations in how your body, but those adaptations are minimal to the focus intent that will really progress you even further. If you found this of value, click like, click subscribe. I'll be continuing to release more and more videos helping people out along their fitness journey. You guys stay blessed and have a great rest of your day.